Okay, so I just kind of decided to cut walking around the ship, seeing if anyone had new dialogue, because they did not. Portland. Survey. Scanning the planet Portland. A strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined that the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard and found Matriarch Delanaga's writings in the storage room. She has been everywhere! I should check if she has stuff in the journal. It's quite a cool planet to live on. Knossos? Knossos?
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can't affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Where is this? Phaistos? No, not Phaistos. Not here either. Theron. This might be it. It also might be Zakros. Can't land on Zakros. Is it even in this system, or is that just a... Let's land on Therum and find out. Or Therum. What do I want? I want to bring Tally. I never gave you guys armor. That's just combat. I'm just gonna... I can't back out. So let's go tried and true. Rex and Tally? Rex and Tally. Tank, electronics, and biotics. Yeah, let's do that. Balance. Pure balance. I think I get the same results if I bring Garrus and Cage. Now let us check armor. What is your shields at? I can't look at your shields. Do you have shields? Tally. Advanced AI hacking. And stamping. Rex, how can I make you more of a tank? Tank? Just... Two abilities. Me. Oh, I am not looking good on much. Tactical armor. Where's tactical armor? Oh, okay. Let's get Spectre training, I guess. That's fine. Do I need this? Wait, did that say just overall better, but I can't use it? I'll just use the Banshee 3. Rex. Why can't I give Tally anything new? Why? I do need to get rid of weapons. Gonna spend a couple minutes getting rid of weapons.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
What readings? Like bad readings? Good readings? I should be scared readings? Okay. Outside. Right side wheel spin. Outside over. Can you drive? I don't want to try and drive through that. That seems dumb. I shouldn't do that. I should not do... That's bright. It's just a bright flare thing. Sunspot. Okay, so... just... M. Oh! This is different. Okay. Just follow that. Yep, I'm going the wrong way. Spin extra. It's a whole lot of nothing on this planet. It's not even a pretty planet, just lava. Mining planet. So it'd suck to be stationed too. Any turrets? Oh! Oh! Hi. I drove into that. Okay, so that is here. I don't like that. I really don't. Okay, map. Get rid of the waypoint. Run away. Do I have to fight a ship? I don't have to fight a ship, do I? Oh no, it's just a turret. That's pretty easy. It's dead. Oh, it was shooting at me.
Only a
and I
fool
didn't
punches a Natha in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
Yeah, probably a good idea. How do you sneak around, Rex? How do you suggest we do that? Drive up a cliff? Nope. Not up a cliff. Up this. Yep, over here. Okay. Get your bearings. Drive slowly. Back the hell up. Shoot some more. Miss completely. Miss again. Turn. There we go. So they did have this thought of. Okay, good God. Forza with this. Can you shoot missiles out of the air? You cannot. You cannot. Just, you can't. Dead. Oh boy. Oh! Missed. Death Destroyer. Now you're dead. Oh, thank you. Let us be off. I missed. Blow up, please. Okay, no. I'm too much of an unbelievable. Well, that works. Are you alive? Well, you should not have gotten up. I'm just gonna run you over. Boom. Nope. Okay. Let's just, park the car probably away from the door that if we open something might just start immediately shooting. Is this one of those gate control? Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to get out. I have extra shields. Hi, Geth Rocket Trooper! I don't like that you're a rocket trooper. Oh, you're dead. Rex is best! Apparently easy mode is Rex. Done. Equalizer. Okay. Take everything. Gate controls. Run. Don't get fatigued. Try to stay at half. Good thing you parked the car a little far away. I don't like that it's shooting at us, but whatever. Die, please. Thank you. Nope, it's this way. So I'm going to want to turn the car around like this, back up, and get out. As planned. Weapons locker. I should change my weapon mods because that hurts. That hurts a lot. Like, screw you. Well, it's dead. Can I? Seriously? And you'll override this way. And we're done. Take them all. Check what's down. Nothing. Let's go. Wait. There's a door I didn't go in. I didn't explore behind there either. Let's go. Any enemies? Shotgun. Since we're gonna be dealing with a lot of Geth, I'm gonna remod. Oh, that's... I'll take it. Okay. I should be double effective now. Rex should be Super Slayer. I think Rex is the same class as I am, the Vanguard. Oh. Save, because that was a decent amount of customization, and it's been a little bit. Oh, that mouse button. Oh boy, not that way. This way. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. And it's dead. Okay. This one, Medigel. These things are really scary. Did I hit it? No. Oh, that's not good. Let's not knock ourselves into lava. dead. So a little shooting and cannon shots take him down pretty quick. Okay, you can go through the ground. That's annoying. Well, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. And he's dead. There seems to be a very powerful and... Oh, no, I didn't get him. Geth Colossus. I don't like the sound of that. I really don't. Was that an AoE? Out of the way, please. You're dead. Is that everything? I think that's everything. It's so hard to go just straight. This is cool. I missed. And I landed on his head. That seems effective when you're probably in a 3 or 4 ton vehicle. Maybe heavier, because it does have a massive cannon, a lot of shots. A heavy vehicle. Anything over there? Nope, didn't think there would be. They're dead. Oh boy. Thank you for all getting closer to me. I missed. You know what? Thank you for getting closer together. So I can just do this. No, that doesn't work as well, but whatever. What the? Well, it worked eventually. What is that? What is that light? That's just like the sides tell you there's a ramp. Oh, just keep going up. You've got to be kidding me! I didn't even touch it! Okay, so I killed those things and just cut to here. I didn't think you'd want to see the entire... Ah! Radar's jammed. Can I bring the Mako through? I feel like the reason this is here is so I can't. But you can probably not climb this wall. Well, let's go! No, you cannot. Wait a minute. Nope, there's just an invisible wall. Got it. Didn't think they'd let you. Okay, let's go, guys. Oh boy. Oh, hi. Hi, what's up? Oh, they're both dead. F1. Kill the trooper. F2. And you're dead. On me. What does this do? I don't. Okay, that's just. Got it. Okay. Let's keep going. The steady camera a bit more. It's not going to really be a thing. I'm going to have to fight again. Yeah, I thought so. F1. Jeez, that's just die, please. Thank you. Rockets, really? Jeez, you guys are a-holes. Kelly, don't just stand there. Here, behind that rock. Thank you. Yes, as I stand right out exposed. So I'm a genius. Shock trooper down. Where's the rocket coming from? I see it. What hit me? I'd like to know what hit me, please. Oh, you? That's a rock. I'm dead. Ow! Was that a mine? Oh, there's someone shooting me. Shotgun. Dead. Okay.
Think we're good, Commander.
I cannot talk to you guys. Why can I not talk to you guys? Okay. Whatever. Let's go. Yeah. I don't even think the Mako could have come through. Yeah. I mean, if you could find a way to make it go through without just no clipping, you might, instant win, but no clipping's scrub. That's scrub mode. Granted, bringing Rex might be scrub mode, so. Bright. Just bright. Okay. Oh! I don't have the Mako. That knows how to deal with this. I'm happy. I don't know what that means. This is gonna suck! I need shields. Give me shields. Give me the shields. When did I... It resets your abilities, does it? Use of shields. You're dead. Thank you for being appreciated. Die. You're dead. I don't like you. Then us. 5. Heal. Swing around it. Force it down. Did nothing. Now it's dead. I am effective against Gath. Everyone good? Everyone's good. Check back here.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Do I have, like, spare med packs or something? Did I pick one up? Oh, I probably got one for killing it like I did in the Mako thing. Truck. I feel like it's called Mako. go in. Saving content. Okay, autosave. If they really wanted... Oh, yep, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Oh, it's hacked. Tele-hacked. Oh, so I killed our hacked ally. And it was on our side. I killed it. You're cool. I like you. Oh, no, that was life points. No. You're not hacked anymore. You're not hacked anymore. Should have probably just killed you. I'm good. I'm good. You can have this grenade. I'm good.
They're secured.
It's your grenade. It's your grenade now. Anything in there? Can I pick this up?
No sense standing around.
Tally, what were
I'm
you
right
saying?
here.
Damn it! What? What is that? Everyone on. Ooh. Oh, mine. Not so mine. Not so mine. I don't like that. All of you are dead.
Sterile light. Protheans sure build things homey.
I mean, to them, probably. I wonder if those load screens are... Oh, that's not good. That one of those modifying a different way out things. So I'm not normally a fan of those.
Hello? Could somebody help me? Please?
Hi!
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth, beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
Any suggestions on how we can help?
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Okay. They're probably over there. Near the exclamation point. Nope, they're just right there. I got the shock trooper. Ow, that hurts. Ooh, that real hurts. Really hurts. Oh, you're on our side. Well, I love that you're... No! Ow, what's shooting me? I don't know if it was that shot me or something else. I don't like it. Got shot. Mining laser controls. Oh, there's a sniper. Didn't mean to do that. Meant to switch to pistol. Which is... There you are. Actually, can I just throw a grenade? Yeah, I can, but it doesn't seem to do much.
Taking position.
Probably could have used any number of those. Come on. Stiletto 4. Actually... Oh, okay, hi. Tali. Have the Stiletto 4. Yep, that's just better. Okay.
Let's go.
That's the mining laser. That's another destroyed mining laser, but... Okay. Why am I dumb? Which ones have I tried? For sure I've tried. Down, left, up. Oh, that... Heart attack? Okay. Open. Elevator to behind her. Should put that on my PC. That big fan.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit? But I don't know...
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Let's get out of here.
We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
Okay. Oh, so I assume because of how this is set up, there's not going to be some bullshit elevator fight like there is a bunch of other older games. What's that? But we are going to be surrounded. Oh, we're definitely going to be surrounded.
Surrender. Don't. That would be no fun.
There a reason you're in my way?
The same reason you're here. The Asari. Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. Not, doesn't matter.
I was turned backwards. There's a Krogan right there! Let's hope the last save is right after that cutscene. It is
I
that
still
cutscene.
cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me?
Seren's looking for the
conduit.
What the hell was that?
We have to hurry.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal.
Aye,
On
aye,
the double.
Commander. Secure.
He
That's the
needs to
exact
move
same.
fast.
Got it. I'll cut to the very start of that cutscene. Awesome elevator, though.
Brenda, don't. That would be no fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place...
Exhilarating. Thanks for getting rid of those energy.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
Kill.
What is wrong?
Seren.
What the hell?
We have to hurry. The whole...
Seriously. Come on. Big old brute.
Brenda, don't. That would be no fun. Thanks for getting...
Whatever it is you want, you...
Cut here. Shield myself. Level it up. Kill you. Kill you. Kill you. Switch to this. Punch him! Punch him! Don't punch a Krogan! Don't punch a Krogan. But do run to the right, activate shield, kill that thing, turn around, kill the other one, run into the room, kill that one, and then kill the one
I
that's
still
hacked.
cannot believe all this. Seren's looking.
Okay. Let's go. Don't punch a Krogan, they will win. I don't know what I was thinking. Punch a damn Krogan. I'll punch any alien race that's not human and lose.
Brenda, don't. That would be no fun. Thanks for...
Whatever it is...
3. Kill. 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 Run. Heal. Rex, get up. I just got bitch slapped. I just got the slap bitched out of me. Gonna get elbowed
Seren.
to death. Gonna get elbowed to death. Gonna get elbowed to death. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. That hurts. Ow. Gonna get elbowed to death. Gonna get elbowed to death.
Brenda,
Shut up, shut up, shut
don't.
up.
That would be no fun.
Actually. Yeah, sure.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. And
Whatever it is you...
I missed. Damn bastard, you're OP.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
What cycle? What are you talking about?
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of... How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate? Or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yep, let's keep him
Patch him
updated.
through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
Disconnect.
We almost died in there. The Geth were everywhere.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Okay. So what's next? Let's talk to everyone. It's good talk.
Yes, Commander?
Nope.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Joker, I want to get to know you more. No, can't scan anything.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Nope.
I have to
Okay,
go.
So that's everything.
Alright, see ya.
Yep. Joker is awesome. Screw the chain of command. I'm gonna do what's best. I'm better at this, so I'm gonna do it. I like Joker. Gaiden, anything new?
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at.
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
And what do they think?
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Whether L2 flare up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about Kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
We'll talk another time,
Okay.
Lieutenant.
Commander?
There's nothing down there. Let's go talk to the doctors. Or one doctor, singular, I thought.
Yes, Commander?
Thought Liara
Is there
would
something
be
you
in here.
need?
I should go.
Actually,
Goodbye,
let's
Commander.
see if your dialogue
Yes,
has changed
Commander?
at all.
Is there something you need?
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission.
Okay.
Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe... Goodbye, Commander.
Ah, she isn't here.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
I bet that pissed her off.
No. When I told her, she simply said, "A daughter must rebel against her mother, Liara. It is part of the natural order." But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No! I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful. And now she is gone.
Are you going to be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know who Matriarch Venezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know
Venezia never told you her partner's
union
name.
with our own kind is no longer... Asari daughters inherit racial... It is possible Venezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice. My people believe we are all... Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of...
Okay.
Goodbye,
Oops.
Shepard.
Started reading dialogue there. I like the Asari. Instant understanding, or how I assume is instant understanding in the... Like, they can touch deeper parts of the mind, understand them perfectly. It's a great way to learn. If only humans could do that. Okay. Let's go buy weapons.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Don't need this, don't need this. Any Corian armor? So I think... Nope. I have 88,000 credits. How?
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while.
Well, not as much as you, but yeah,
I'm sorry.
I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the Cyclones. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Yeah? Go on.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop it.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. They wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
Stop the dude who's going to do it constantly while killing people in the process. I don't know how to make that choice.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart. His idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I'm gonna be
got
there
it.
to find him.
You've got it. Rex.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
I assume why leave? Well, his answer will be something along the lines of, "We're going extinct," and there's...
Why not stay and help your people?
Yeah.
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left. And that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this
Well,
armor?
it's family armor.
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
You're coming.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
These like companion quests, like further your friendship.
Before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now.
No thanks.
One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? T'Soni?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah.
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. Same as you, I expect. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Sounds like that situation didn't last.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Effective.
You said all of your sisters learned
Oh,
self-defense?
damn it.
Lynn did pistol. They do great things to her figure, though.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
Just my commanding officer, huh? We'll have to see about that.
What are you saying, Williams?
Me? I'm not saying anything, Skipper. I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
I feel like that last bit was a bit flirty. A slight bit. A tiny bit.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Nope.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
About 10.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take.
Yeah, just take the Normandy back.
But it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
I guess I'm just tired of people judging me because of who my father is. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it. Not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Nothing.
I should go.
See you later.
I feel like her father might work himself to death if Quarians are capable of that. Throw himself into work and always do something, never do much other than work. Yeah. Okay. Is there anyone else I need to talk to? No. I think that's everyone. Well, I think that is a good stopping point for however long it's been. So, yeah. Just gonna end it here.